everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke and today I'm going to be showing you guys the spring makeup that I have been doing recently when I do, actually leave the house. So I put my hair in my Disney headband and let's get right on into it while I ramble a little bit more about this makeup routine. So first off, I'm just going to start with my primer and foundation. I am using the Benefit Professional. I broke it in half because it's almost empty. And then for foundation, I am using the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. And I am in the shade currently 201. Full disclaimer, I am not any sort of makeup artist whatsoever, so if I am doing something that is incorrect or wrong, this is just how I have been doing my makeup, so feel free to do it the correct way. So this tutorial today is just what I have been doing recently when I do leave the house. I'm calling it kind of like a Disney princess-ish inspired look because it is kind of like what the princesses wear in the parks. It is kind of where I got my inspiration for it from. I just like the idea that their makeup look is very clean and nice, and it also helps just widen their eyes a lot, which I really do enjoy doing to my face. So that is kind of why I'm calling it a princess-inspired look. I also think it might be finally time for me to take a step up to a darker foundation. Winter is finally over, my friends, and we might be able to go up a color. Personally, I like dewy foundations the best, like this one. I don't ever buy Sephora brand foundations. I don't find they're by any means worth the extra money that you pay for them. I do enjoy this one though. I've been using this one pretty consistently for about a year now. I do like dewy foundations over matte ones. I find matte ones makes my skin look really powdery and also dries it out a lot, which I don't enjoy, whereas the dewy ones I find keeps it kind of looking moist and nice all day long. Next, I'm just going in with concealer, and lately I've been using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and this is in the color 320 Porcelain, which does look really light on my skin, but I do like having a concealer that's a little bit lighter than my foundation. This is really pushing it on the factor of too light, not even gonna lie. It really does just kind of ghost me sometimes unless I'm careful with it, but I take it and I put it in a triangle under my eye. And then I also put a little bit right on my eyelid, and I use that as an eyeshadow primer, as well as just to make it like a clean blank canvas around my eyes. I really haven't been wearing too much makeup recently, so I haven't worn makeup in a week now. And any extra I have in my beauty blender, I'll just put up and down my T-zone area just to kind of brighten it up a bit. I'm using the Real Technique sponge, by the way. I need a new one, but this is just the current blender that I'm using. Whether I use a Real Technique sponge or a beauty blender really depends on what's in my bank account when I need a new one. So I'm just setting this with my CoverGirl Clean Matte Pressed Powder, and this is in the color 510 Classic Ivory. I love this powder. It is actually oil absorbing, which I find helps a lot because I do have very combination skin, so this helps absorb any oil around my T-zone area. And I just pat this around my nose because that's where it gets the oiliest, and then under my eye I make sure I put a lot there, and then also on my eyelid as well. And then I just brush a light coat on the rest of my face. So now that we have a general base down, I'm going to zoom you guys in and we can do my eye makeup. Okay, so now that you can see how lovely pale I am, we're going to move on to my eyeshadow. Now whenever I do this look, I've kind of styled it so it basically fits whatever eyeshadow color you want, whether you want it to be a nude color, a pink, a purple, an orange, whatever color you want it to be, this will perfectly suit it fine. So the first thing I'm doing is going in with my Elsa ColourPop palette, and I'm going to go in with the color Fire, which is this middle one right here. It's basically just a nudie brown color. I'm taking that on this huge fluffy brush and literally just putting a light little bit of it in my crease. Just really light in there. I'll kind of show you guys the different variations of this look that I do as I go along. I always usually start with this or something similar as a base, and then I'll either leave it like this or I'll go in with a color that I want to be kind of prominent within the look. So this is kind of looks like it's just literally a little bit of definition in my crease. And then today I think we're actually going to go in with a bit of a pink color. So when I'm looking for a pink color, I'll do one of three different things. I have my Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette, I have my Naked Cherry palette, or I'll just go in with a blush if I think that's the color I want to use. Today I think we're going to go in with a Naked Cherry palette. I have not used this in quite a while, so I'm excited to get into it. So obviously there's a lot of pinky mauve colors in here. I think we're gonna go in with Feels and then a little bit of Bing. So this is just a tapered blender brush. This is the best brush I've ever owned. I got it, it's like a Quo brand from Shoppers Drug Mart. Got it on clearance once. Best brush I have ever owned in my life. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of Feels on the end of that and go in right at the corner of my eye, blending it into my crease a little bit. And actually, you know what? That's a lot more pink than I thought it was going to be, so I don't think we're going to use the darker color. I think we're just going to leave it with that. From here, I then put a little bit of very, very light shimmer on my lid. Recently, I have been using the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. This is in the shade OK. It's from a collection they did a while ago with Make-A-Wish. As you can see, it's very, very bright and shimmery. And I just take a little bit. It's very much a topper shadow. I just take a little bit on my finger there, and then I will go in on my lid with it. Just kind of spreading it out, making it look a little shiny, a little shimmery. And this whole makeup look, I mean, I know it's taking me longer now because I'm kind of like spelling it out for you guys, but if I was like rushed doing it in the mornings, I will do it in like 10 minutes and it'll be fine. So yeah, it's just a very, very light little layer of shimmer just to kind of brighten up the eyelid, make it sparkle a tiny little bit. Next, I'm doing liner, and I'm going in with my Urban Decay Perversion liner, and I'm going to do a little bit of a wing. See if I can show you guys on camera kind of how I do my wings. Basically, I always use a mirror. This is really dirty, I'm sorry. I always use a mirror that zooms in. It's like the concave mirror, I think, maybe. I'm not sure what it's called, but it always like zooms in on your face a bit. I'll put a line here. It's easier for me on this side. I'll put a line going up. I'll put a line going across. And then I'll take this line up and pull it down, so. And then fix the end, and then I just have an outline that I will try to match on this side, and then I will fill it. You know what? They're not perfect. I've definitely done a better job before, but I'm not leaving the house today anyway, so it's fine. And then just going in with mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express. This is the waterproof version. I put on lashes, so I don't really care what mascara I use. It just makes my lashes black at first, so I just buy cheap ones. And then if I'm not wearing lashes, then I'll use my expensive one. I always coat the bottom lashes real good because they're obviously not getting falsies, so they want to, you know, even them out. And then the top lashes, I'll just do a light coat. I like to let my full liner and mascara dry before I will go in with my lashes, so I'll do my brows and then I'll move back to my lashes. So for my brows, recently I have been using the NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil in the color Taupe. And it has like a pencil thing on one end and a spoolie on the other. So I just go in lightly. My bangs usually pretty much cover my brows, so I'm not too concerned. I just kind of shape them a little bit, fill them in so they're, you know, noticeable, but I don't go in too harsh with them. I am not good at brows, and I never have been, so I just make them look tolerable and leave it at that. Moving on to lashes, in front of me here I just have my Ardell Wispies. These are just the regular Wispies. I have reused these a couple times, so they're just sitting on the makeup table here in front of me. And then to glue them, I use my Tartiste Pro Lash Adhesive in the color Black. I personally love wispy lashes because I just find they accentuate that like eyeliner wing so much more. And we'll wait for the glue to dry a little bit. And then to finish off my eyes, I take a white eyeliner pencil. Now this is an NYC one I've had forever. It's in the color 926 White. You can either use a nude or a white color, whatever you want. Just make sure you're being light with it so it doesn't look cakey. You want it to basically look like it isn't even there. I just run this along the bottom waterline of my eyes, and it helps open them up and make them look a little bigger. And then for my face makeup, I always go in with bronzer first. I always just use my Hoola bronzer by Benefit. And recently I have used a little bit of a different style of applying bronzer, but I just go in with the floofier brush and apply it kind of in the 3 shape under my chin and up to my forehead. Focusing, making sure it, you know, blends down on my neck a little bit. And the same with the other side, obviously. And then I'll take the same brush, just a little bit on it, squish it in like this, and just go on the sides of my nose with it as well. For blush, I've been using California by Benefit also. I just take a wee little bit of this on a blush brush and put it on my cheekbones. For highlighter, I have been using the Jeffree Star Peach Goddess, which is just this really shimmery light pinky color. First I'll use it on this kind of like triangular shaped brush. Just go very lightly on my cheekbones. Then I will take it on this little tapered brush. I'll go on my cheekbones again, but kind of focusing it right on the little like arch of them, I guess you could call it. Blending it up on my temples a little bit so it doesn't just like end. And then I'll put a little bit on the very tip of my nose, blending that up a little bit too. And then right above my lip. And then right in the corner of my eye. Just to kind of brighten up my face a bit. I will then put on my setting spray before I put on my lipstick. I find setting spray makes my lipstick feel weird if it gets on my lipstick. I've never enjoyed it, so I put it on first. You get these fans in China in World Showcase and they're so pretty, and literally I use them every single day. After that, we move on to lipstick. I'm gonna go in with my MAC Angel lipstick today, and it's just a very light pink color. This is one of my absolute favorite lipsticks. Final step to that is I will take a gloss. This here is the CoverGirl gloss in Malted Toffee. I got this years ago, but it is my favorite gloss. It's not sticky, it's just shiny, which I love. And I'll just put that on as a top coat. And it just gives it a little bit of an extra shiny look. So I am going to do my hair, zoom you guys out, maybe change my shirt into more of like a princessy thing, I don't know, and I'll be back. And here is the final look. Obviously I don't wear the little tiara on an everyday basis, but this has been generally my spring makeup routine recently when I do end up wearing makeup, and it is Disney princess inspired. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if you do try out this look at all. Maybe tag me in photos if you decide to take any, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a magical rest of your day.